Here we go. They're talking about the war.
Okay, like that's a new thing.
So they're sending ballistic missiles and they're hitting.
Well, pull it up, guys. So what's happening? That's like that's a new thing.
So they're sending ballistic missiles and they're hitting.
Well, pull it up, guys.
The thing is that the IDF asked not to share footage because they don't want Iran to see where exactly things are hitting. So there isn't a lot of...
Share the footage. Share the footage. Share the footage. Share the footage.
Well, I don't want to see the
footage
impact.
being
I just want to see what's happening like on the skies.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go to live news.
I just sent you what Ela sent.
Here, Ed is probably showing. Here's just a little NBC News update.
Escalation.
Veronica, while being bombed by Iran, sends us another 15 shekels and says, I have an amazing tattoo of my dog, Angel. This is truly awful and always possible. It's ugly like her dark heart. It is. And I want to get a tattoo of my cat, Leopold. So I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dog tattoos, but Ethan has like 4 of them. And they're all like portrait style, which is, I mean, it's a choice for like a first tattoo. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with portrait style stuff. But the fact that he got like 4 dog tattoos on one arm is just a little strange.
And that is the big concern, Keir, looming over all of this. Could this not ensnare not only the wider region, but the United States? Keir, quickly talk about the targets that Israel hit in Iran, its nuclear facilities. How damaging a blow was Israel able to pull off?
Well, we've seen the smoke over Natanz. We've seen...
Let me see what's happened with the fatalities in Israel. That is a new...
So it was
It's a
casualties. So
Oh,
it
that
might
doesn't mean
not be-
deaths?
No, I don't think so.
Fatalities in Israel. He's so desperate to find fatalities in Israel. There are none, bro.
Okay.
I'm still getting that
Yeah,
term.
me too.
Right,
I wish I could
casualties are
find where they
common
started
I
to
learned
talk
that
about
last
the
week,
war.
actually, so it might not be...
Israel
22
claims
deaths.
Iran fired fewer than 100 missiles, made a few hits. Iran fired fewer than 100 missiles, made a few hits. Some of those were interception debris. There could be more barrages later tonight, urging civilians to stay in shelter. Where does it say about the casualties? I was just listening to news on the way here. I didn't hear anything like that.
Trying to find something.
I was
too,
hearing
but-
that nobody...
I didn't see
Ethan was just telling Bradley Martin, oh, I'm not a big supporter of Israel, but he listens to Israeli news and Israeli media all fucking day. For someone who really doesn't like Israel, he does consume their media quite a lot.
Thing like that on the news feed. So.
There is a lot of just lots of random information right now flowing on Instagram. So some are not yet totally
Not corroborated yet?
Yes,
By the way,
but
if you
there's
wanna
going to
go,
be
we can stop. We've already been streaming for almost like 2.5 hours, or we can do a few 15 more minutes or something.
Sure.
soon.
This is like from Israelis probably who are getting the news quick.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Hey.
Pentagon saying, what are they watching?
Well, the Pentagon's not telling us anything, frankly. I mean, they
It says
haven't.
20 injured in Israel so far, currently, according to Delia Carmen in the live chat. Thank you for the update, Delia. So 20 injured in Israel.
And we've gotten no statement out of the Secretary of Defense. So, but officials who.
Busenrich. And by the way, whoever's injured in Israel, that is the direct fault of Netanyahu and the Israeli government. They attacked Iran, and now Iran has every right to respond. And if people get hurt in Israel, it is blame your government for this unprovoked attack against Iran. Busenrich, thank you so much for becoming a member.
Who we were talking to say that, in fact, the United States did help Israel defend from this enormous barrage of projectiles, including estimates of more than 100 ballistic missiles that came from Iran fired towards Israel. Now, the U.S. used ground-based interceptors to help with this. That's the THAAD, the Patriot. Those are both ground-based missile defense interceptors that have the ability to take on various ranges, including even medium-range ballistic missiles. The U.S. has other things, though, in the region that could help.
Shai Love, he sends 15 shekels and asks, how are you in Lebanon? Do you think you will get involved? Here's for the note. Shai, we talked about it earlier, tried to mention it briefly. We were very worried because, you know, anything that involves Iran, and we have Hezbollah here in Lebanon, so we always think, how is this going to affect us here in the region? I think so far Hezbollah has said that they're not going to get involved. The Lebanese government doesn't want Hezbollah to get involved, so they might sit it out. I'm always concerned. Anytime Israel bombs anyone, the first thing I think about is like, okay, obviously the victims, Israel's victims in the moment, and how is this going to affect Lebanon? The fact that Hezbollah is not going to get involved means we might dodge a bullet, but this just empowers Israel to do what they want. If they destroy Iran, or even if Iran fails to retaliate in an appropriate way, which I don't know how strongly they can retaliate, and if they do retaliate, they're going to get fucked by Israel. So this is just giving Israel more power, more influence in the region, giving them more confidence to do whatever the fuck they want. It's giving them carte blanche to attack any country they want with impunity, without the fear of retaliation. This is why Iran retaliating is important, because they have to show force. We have to show the world that no, Israel cannot bomb whoever the fuck they want whenever they want without repercussions. So I hope we don't get involved. Lebanon cannot afford to be dragged into another war right now.
Yeah, like we can't.
We
We
cannot
really
afford it.
can't.
We-
Also, they're like the neighbors from hell. You always have to be worried about what they're doing or like what they're gonna
Exactly.
do to you or when or.
It's a belligerent neighbor that is violent, and they have access to nukes and all sorts of fucking weapons and American technology and European technology, and they are not afraid to use it. So for now, I'm hoping this stays, focused just between Israel and Iran. I hope Lebanon cannot afford to be dragged into this. To be honest with you, they did a lot of damage to Lebanon. They did a lot of damage to the south. They did a lot of damage to Dahiya. They are still bombing Lebanon. Make no mistake. Them bombing Iran does not mean they're halting their operations in Lebanon. So, yeah. Veronica, also from Israel, is sending, I wrote it before you talked about his dog's tattoos. I understood the opposite. My tattoo is an art. Ethan's, on the other hand, it's hideous. Oh, I can imagine. I'm sure your tattoos are. And again, I'm getting a tattoo of my little kitty. So, Noxolitol says, Ethan will never be an honorary Mexican. Pendejo. Fuck yeah. I know. I had no idea Noxolitol was Mexican. Shai, thank you so much for your concern. We hope you're doing okay as well. You and your family are safe. In this, this is what the Israeli government is doing to its people. It is making Jews less safe, both in Israel and around the world.
In fact, Iran continues to
you ever play that game?
Shai also
Rocket-
asked, and most importantly, how does it affect the podcast? Nothing affects this podcast. We were being bombed by Israel a few months ago, and the podcast kept going. So we will always be here to live stream, always be here to tell you what's happening in Lebanon, whether we're being bombed, our neighbors are being bombed, whoever Israel is bombing, we're going to be here covering it. And as long as we can stream, as long as I can connect my computer to my 4G on my phone, we're going to be covering stuff.
I'm
That's
gonna
like back in the day where you just
Noor is leaving, folks. Everybody say bye to Noor in the chat. Thank you, Noor, for being here.
Bye, chat.
I'm going to stop streaming soon. I'm gonna.
I'll stay in chat like while I get home.
Can you make the edit once it's done, once the episode is processed?
Yeah, of course.
And then maybe even chapters,
yeah.
segments.
كونوا وصلت. Okay.
There wouldn't be that many. It's not that many. Keep it simple. Just like
all
intro,
good.
Israel, all that sort of thing. Small chapters.
All good. Sorry, I keep coughing. Hopefully, it'll be better next time.
صحة صحة يا نور.
See you.
يعطيك العافية نور. Get home safe. Take this thing with you. I shouldn't keep it here. And these.
This is mine, and this is not a vape, by the way. It's
It's an IQOS.
It's heated tobacco, not burnt tobacco.
Yeah. It smells like farts.
It does. It's horrible, and I don't smoke it. I just get it for Anthony.
Toshi just donated 5 Do Not Worry memberships. Thank you so much, Toshi, for gifting memberships.
Bye.
We love you. Bye, Noor. Take care. All right, guys, it's a boys' night. Time to switch to the solo react. Here we go. It's just me and Ethan Klein. Bye, Noor. We're going to watch a little bit more of this, and then we'll be done, folks.
click and it shoots up rockets.
I love that fucking
Missile defense.
Yeah,
I think is what it was called.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
literally that.
The old
Nearby
arcade
in the
game.
Red
Yeah,
Sea,
just
they've been used in the past to help defend Israel, but they also have aircraft, fighter
Commander.
jets, fighter
Missile command.
squadrons
Missile command.
there
There it is.
that
It's called
have
missile
also
command.
in the past been used to try to defend
Mr.
Israel. You'll recall
Krabs
that
sends
during one of
$2
these
and says, what goes around comes around, sending y'all a hug. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Krabs. We appreciate your support. Thank you for being here with us. 600 of you guys watching live right now.
back and forth between Israel and Iran last year, U.S. aircraft were in the air shooting down drones that were flying from Iran to Israel, taking them out, Kristen. But again, at this point, all that was used were these ground-based interceptors in this current salvo by the Iranians.
So I don't know if there was an update. Seems more like
There's 22 injured. I do see it on Israeli news. Yeah, There's
so. But
22
no
injured.
deaths, or we don't know.
There's a few in critical condition, meaning
Sheesh.
usually that means they could die.
This is definitely
in a
going to be. I mean, the Israelis said it's a war now, and it's this is going down. This is like
I
Oh, the Israelis said it's a war now. They fucking started it, Ethan Klein. Are you gonna fucking call them out for starting a fucking war?
that's been brewing for a long time.
I see some Israelis in our chat right now. They're in their safe rooms.
I want to say that you know, whatever you think about Israel, Iran is bad or worse. They are.
Here we go. Here we fucking go. There we fucking go. Joel Badassi just became a member. Thank you so much, Joel Badassi. Whatever you think of Israel, folks, remember Iran is worse. Again, manufacturing consent, telling the world whatever you think of Israel. There's always a boogeyman. Israel is never the boogeyman. Oh, Iran is worse. Here we go. We got to do this, folks. Yeah, let's listen. What genius shit do you have to say, Ethan Klein?
fucking evil. They are the evil fucking.
Oh, evil.
They are the reason.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Fucking propaganda. Here we go again. Ethan Klein can't keep it in his fucking pants.
You know, whatever you think about Israel, Iran is bad or worse. They are the fucking evil. They are the evil fucking. They are the reason for all this bullshit. Like Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis.
They're the reason. Oh, Iran is the reason. Oh, did Iran create the state of Israel? Did Iran kick out 900,000 Palestinians from their homes in 1948 and brutally murder them and butcher them? Was that Iran's fault? Did Iran tell Israel to invade Lebanon in 1978 and 1982, leading to the formation of Hezbollah? Was that Iran's idea, Ethan Klein? You fucking idiot who wants to talk about my region's fucking politics? You fucking white dude from LA, bro?
They're all attacking under the direction of Iran. They are all being these
Funded by
jihadists,
them.
fucking Islamists, like mega, like these ultra, you know, I don't know how to say it, militant, super religious zealots, right? This is all coming from Iran under their direction.
Militant zealots. Israel is a country of uber militant zealots. Israel is a country where every citizen is a fucking soldier in the IDF. Every citizen in Israel has committed a fucking war crime. It is a religious ethno state where if you're not Jewish, you don't have equal rights. And now he's sitting out here doing the same shit he did about Hamas and Gaza, but he's just doing it for fucking Iran. Who's paying you to run cover for the IDF and Israel, bro? Who the fuck is paying you? Yeah, chat. AB, you want to chime in, bro?
No. So
H3.
you know, and what's interesting
The
is that
IDF Israel podcast.
even you know who hates the Iranian government the most? Iranians.
The people.
Every fucking Iranian you ask is like, fuck.
Same thing. The Palestinians hate Hamas. They want to be free from Hamas. Lebanese people, they hate Hezbollah. They want to be free from Hezbollah. The Iranians, they hate the Iran. I'm not saying the Iranian government is fucking perfect, but I can tell you what, Iranians prefer the Iranian government over the Israeli government.
I can't wait for them to be gone.
Israelis and Iranians actually have like a really good connection. They
Yeah, dude.
always cheering for each other because I mean a lot of Jewish Persians are in Israel from Iran.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's a very there's a strong bond between the people.
Oh, I'm sure.
Some of
yeah.
my best friends are in Israel are Persian.
I see a lot of activists supporting Israel who are Iran, or supporting Israel in this conflict against Iran specifically, not supporting their.
In this conflict against Iran. You mean this war that Israel has started against Iran?
The horrific
The
crimes.
Ayatollah.
Yeah. What? Say what?
The Ayatollah.
No, the Ayatollah is evil.
Yeah.
Everybody hates the Ayatollah.
Right.
They fuck these guys. You know what I mean? Like, and so far it does seem like the strikes that Israel's done in Iran, from what I can tell, have been very targeted.
Very strategic. It seems they've been playing it for a long time.
So there's not.
Very strategic. They've only killed a few kids so far. Great work.
No. There's not, as far as I've heard, any, or at least not massive civilian casualties in Iran.
I heard of civilian casualties. I mean, nothing obviously compared to Gaza, but it was definitely more targeted.
Where did you hear that? Because I haven't seen that.
Wall Street Journal. Let me see. I believe it was Wall Street Journal.
Where do you see that? I didn't hear that. Automatically, AB, good job for speaking up. The bare minimum. And automatically, Ethan can't just take that there were civilian casualties. Where did you hear that? I didn't hear it. Quickly tries to make a delegitimize what AB just said.
Can you pass that? But it is definitely seems to be targeted. But hopefully, there's no civilian deaths. If there are, that's horrible. Because like I said,
there are, Ethan. There are, and it is horrible. Okay, as you fucking know. Don't pretend like you don't know, you fucker.
The Iranian public has got to be. Dude, fuck the Ayatollah.
They're terrible.
Like the worst. They
terrible.
are the problem with every fucking thing in that. It's funny. I feel like everyone blames a lot on Israel. And listen, Israel is a shit stir, and they're fucking mass murdering people in Gaza. But Iran is like the.
Israel is a shit stirrer, and they're mass murdering. Call it what it is. They are genociding people in Gaza.
Is this driving force behind Hamas? You know.
The driving force behind Hamas is Israel. Israel being an occupying force and murdering people is the driving force behind Hamas. Look, Netanyahu was funding Hamas, Yair. Netanyahu was funding Hamas because it was in his benefit to have an enemy in Hamas so he can use them as an excuse to bomb the living shit out of Gaza. How can you be so fucking stupid and be so rich at the same time?
So it's kind of crazy too, because this war always seems so dangerous, right? And because of Hezbollah and the Houthis and Hamas was like, oh, if you ever attack Iran, we're going to do like a full-scale assault. Now that Israel's attacked Iran, Hezbollah literally put out a press release saying, we're not responding.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're out of this shit. That's fucking crazy. Assad is gone. Hezbollah is standing down. Hamas is like not operational. As far as I could tell, Hamas hasn't even shot any rockets in response to this. The Houthis, I think.
So what Israel did is great, actually. Wow, look, according to Ethan, Israel has rid the whole area of anyone who can resist, who can stop them from attacking countries with impunity. Now, because Israel got rid of Hamas and Hezbollah and the Houthis, they can bomb whoever they want with impunity. Isn't that great? Don't we just fucking love this?
The Houthis sent a few rockets that hit like Arab cities.
Yes, Palestinian territories.
Yeah.
Like overall, what my favorite flag? Hezbollah. I'm not even kidding. It's actually a dope flag.
So right now, Iran is looking extremely vulnerable and defenseless, frankly. And I think the Ayatollah is evil. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, I think every single Israeli is fucking evil. The vast majority of Israelis are evil. This whole fucking country where 90% of them support what's happening in Gaza, they're the evil ones. Benjamin Netanyahu is the evil motherfucker. Your good friend, the really good guy, Yoav Gallant, he's an evil motherfucker who wants to starve people and doesn't want to give them water, food, electricity, anything, and calls them human animals. They're the evil fuckers. Ya khweta sharmuta.
Getting rid of them would not be a bad thing at all. But, you know, obviously Israel tends to take things too far, so we're just going to have to hope and pray that that's not the case here. Because I really do think that the Iranian public stands against their government.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
Yeah.
And by the way, look at that redact.dev little sponsorship here. Dan Saltman, pro-genocide, pro-Israel fucker. Dan Saltman is now a sponsor of the H3H3 podcast. Sex Pestini's co-host. Anthony Bensivengo sends $5. Thank you, Anthony. Says, Ayatollah said years ago Iran's fight was against the U.S. government, not its people. Haven't seen Israel make that distinction with Palestinians. Great point. Great point. Israelis' war is with everyone. Israel's war is with the people. They don't give a fuck about just attacking politicians. They will kill whoever the fuck they have to kill to keep the war going.
Is Harley in the waiting room?
Is Harley coming back? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, pop our boy in. Yeah, the Houthis hit a Palestinian village in Hebron. That was their help.
Mm-hmm.
That's the peace activist.
Thanks, guys.
Houthis.
Hey, it's so funny, so gleeful.
So that's what's going on. I got it.
Give them the Nobel Peace Prize, right?
Yeah, and by the way,
Mud sends £2 and says, but we love Veronica and other real Israeli lefties. Oh, of course, Veronica and Shai Lavi, it goes without saying that our love and concern for them.
People are like worried about World War III and like a huge regional war. I'm not going to do a Hassan here and be like, I mark my words. This is what it is. But this is my take on it. Obviously, I could be wrong.
Well, you can't do Hassan because you're not educated in global politics. You're not a geopolitics major. You're just a fucking idiot who looks extra stupid now that I paused it here. Oh, you guys want to hear my take on politics? You guys want to hear what I have to say?
Everybody in the region hates Iran. Saudi Arabia fucking hates.
Kelly Morales sends $2 and says, stay safe, Anthony. Thank you so much, Kelly Morales.
Nobody wants them to get nuclear bombs. It will destabilize the entire region, right? If Hezbollah, if Hamas, if Syria isn't coming to their defense, nobody is. Jordan hates Iran. Saudi Arabia hates Iran. Iranians hate the government of Iran. And when I say hates Iran, I mean the Ayatollah.
The government, yeah.
Because the Persian people are amazing.
Bro, Saudi Arabia is bought and paid for. Saudi Arabia helps Israel with their operations. Saudi Arabia helps Israel intercept missiles. Saudi Arabia wants to be in bed with Israel. All these other countries not fucking with Iran has nothing to do with them not liking the Iranians. They're just all bought and paid for because a lot of Arab leaders are fucking pieces of shit, bought cheap motherfuckers with no fucking dignity and no respect for fellow Arabs.
Resilient, incredible people, and you've seen some of these really brave protesters protesting this theocratic, tyrannical government that they have there, and the harsh punishments that they've received. Ethan's hat doesn't fit. I know, it's too big.
It's too big?
Yeah, it's too big. It's just too voluminous.
You probably wore it when you had long hair.
I don't think. Okay, whatever. Harley, nice to see you. We're doing a Goss talk about the war between Israel and Iran.
Grant Stephan's a Jew.
Is that right? Okay, that's not
Why
right.
the fuck is this guy here? Marmar, who's been a member for 3 months, says, "Did you ever read this creative writing major's poem at Taylor? Gold sheets." I did not.
No, I didn't. Yeah. Thanks for having me, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody
How are you
loves
doing?
Everybody
I'm doing
loves
well.
Harley.
I'm doing well. How you doing?
All
I'm
right.
doing okay. I'm worried. Did you send me this article about Iran? What's happening in Iran? Let's see.
Yeah, from Reuters.
Let's see here. Iran fires missiles at Israel in response to attacks. Latest development: Iran launches missiles. Trump urges Iran to halt bombing. Where's its? I'm trying to see the damage in
If
Iran.
there's like a bunch of burning like what it seems like to be apartments, so it seems very likely that civilians probably died.
Yeah, it does.
It
Very
says
likely.
80 civilians, according to Iranian media.
Iran state news agency IRNA said Tehran launched. Wait, why does he keep talking about their missiles? Iran's Operation Netanyahu. Here, attacks on Iran. Iranian media showed images of destroyed apartment blocks in Iran. Said nearly 80 civilians were killed, including
Oh,
the
and the
target was a
attacks-
nuclear scientist.
Yeah.
Israel's military said it was striking Iranian missile and drone launching sites and had struck another nuclear site. And
watch them now, just like they say, oh, but it's the Hamas-led health ministry that says that 30 people died, so we're not going to believe it. Now they're going to question, oh, but it's the Iranians. We can't believe what they're saying. They're terrorists. So of course it's not 80 victims. Of course they're not going to believe anything that they say.
An Israeli military spokesperson denied Iranian media reports that an Israeli fighter jet was downed. In a phone interview with Reuters, Trump said nuclear talks between. I don't think the nuclear talks are probably going to be on the table right now.
Nazi wants to say hello.
So this was a big point of contention about like.
Hey, Nazi. Hello, Nazi. Sweet little baby girl. Little baby girl, folks. Look at the sweet little baby girl. Hello, Natu.
The USA's involvement in all this, and it seems like now we knew everything. Trump said, I guess they just didn't like participate.
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious that they knew because this was already being reported in Israel for a few days.
Yeah,
that an attack is being planned without the help of America.
Wasn't America like a few days ago being like everyone needs to leave? All
Yeah.
the diplomats need to leave the region.
Yeah.
It seems like a giveaway.
Yeah.
Ooh,
You
both
know.
kitties are here. Maki, relax.
I've tried to save Iran humiliation.
Let's see what's up. Maki? What are you guys doing here? Not that you're coming back? You guys are so cute. Okay, let's get back to the desktop. Sorry, guys. My kitties are crazy. Don't step on
This. Oh, that
keys.
Trump. Okay. Two regional sources, at least 20 Iranian military commanders were killed. A stunning decapitation reminiscent of Israelis' attack that swiftly wiped out the leadership of Lebanon's once feared Hezbollah.
Ooh, that makes Ethan hard. He loves it. Ooh, a swift retaliation. Reminiscent of the time where they attacked Hezbollah. They fucking love it. Israelis are all getting hard right now, folks. Zionists are getting hard in the fucking pants. They're getting fucking creamy.
Iran said 6 of its top nuclear scientists had been killed. Among the generals killed on Friday were Armed Force Chiefs of Staff Major General Mohammed Bagheri and the great Salami. I don't know anything about him, but I've heard that name a lot. Hussein Salami?
Salami.
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 Does that mean hello or something?
Mohammed, Salami. Yeah, coming from a guy who I've lived 5 years in the Middle East. He can't fucking say the word Muhammad. Mohammed, Salami, Islamists.
I don't know.
Oh.
My brother's fiance is a Salami.
Oh, they don't speak Arab. They speak Persian. It's like a whole different thing, right?
Speak Farsi.
Farsi.
Farsi, right? Yeah.
Major General Mohammed Pakpour swiftly promoted to replace Soleimani as Guards commander vowed retaliation in letters to the Supreme Leader. The gates of hell will open to the child-killing regime. So it's, it seems like there's
Child-killing regime. Say it again, Ethan.
going to be some civilian deaths there, which is, fucked. But I do think
There's going to be some civilian deaths, but it's justified because Iran is evil. Am I right, guys? Again, Ethan fucking Klein is doing like CNN's jobs, bro. Fox News' job. Manufacturing consent. He's out here telling his leftist audience that Iran deserves to be bombed because it's evil. What is this, 2001? What the fuck is going on in fucking H3 world, bro?
we need to remember just how central Iran is to all this shit. Like they don't get to like fund all these terrorist groups to set their agenda, to push everybody into violence, to hijack the government of Gaza. They're the reason there's no fucking there's no shelters, that all the money sent to Gaza is misappropriated on military operations.
Oh yeah, that's the reason why. It's not Israel's fault. Don't blame the occupier. Don't blame the root cause. Blame Iran. Iran is the reason why people in Gaza don't have shelters, folks. Iranians are the reason why people in Gaza have to get bombed and killed. Not that relaxed.
That's all from Iran, dude.
Also, I just want to mention that you said that Iran doesn't have any friends. They do. They have Russia. And all the drones that are attacking Ukraine are Iranian as well. Like,
so they're, well, I guess a regional partner. Russia's not going to fucking join a war on behalf of you.
Karim Ashar says, Anthony, this used to be more fun. I enjoy that you're covering Iran-Israel drama night now, but fuck Ethan content at this point. Well, I mean, the first like 2 hours of the stream are about Israel and Iran. We just started to do some Ethan stuff now because I'm curious what he has to say, you know, about this war, because what kind of misinformation is he going to be sending, and who is he going to try to deplatform now?
They do give support to Russia. Iran.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
They sell them weapons and stuff. I think they're allies. Yeah, they think they're allies, but
yeah,
that would be obviously catastrophic. But I don't see why they would get involved. They're already involved in a catastrophic war with Ukraine.
Yeah. I'm not saying that they are gonna join in. I'm just saying that they do have some friends.
Yeah, okay.
Some allies.
They've got the great folks. Let's see. They've got Russia, North Korea, and China. The moral centers of the universe. Salami is a great sandwich meat. I agree. It's one of the best. You know, but that's my take. You know, it's a fucking, this war has been brewing and it's been somewhat inevitable. It feels like for a long fucking time.
Somebody said, what did Israel think would happen? I mean, they thought they're going into a war. They told everybody, I mean, they sent sirens already last night in preparation to wake people up so they would go into safe rooms.
Yeah.
And
No, they definitely expected this and they're expecting worse. I'm sure.
They've been telling.
Not expecting. They started this. They want this. This is what they want. They started it. Oh, they've been expecting a war. They started the war. They want the war. Because Netanyahu wants to stay in power, you dumb fucks. How are you so uneducated on the matter? Apparently, didn't you say your own people want Netanyahu out of power? Why does he keep starting new wars if you all want him out of power?
The people that this is going to go on for at least 2 weeks.
Look, if there's people dying in Israel, I'm going to feel horrible and sad. But like by the same token, it's like this is a war that is going to be. It's a war, right? So and Israel's attacking Iran, so I'm not going to be like, I can't believe Iran did this, right? Like that's not my stance. I'm just speaking.
He doesn't even, okay, at least he said if Iran attacks Israel, at least it makes sense because Israel attacked Iran. Good on you, Ethan. Good for saying that. But he's like, if people in Israel have to die, then they have to die. This man sitting in fucking Los Angeles, California, and Los Angeles wants people like Veronica, like Shai, who are in our live chat right now, other Israelis that are in his live chat, for no fucking discernible reason. He is okay with them, with putting their lives in danger because Israel decided to fucking start a war with Iran and fucking kill them. Kara just pledged $5 and became a patron. Thank you, Kara, for becoming a patron. So Ethan is literally like, look, if people in Israel have to die so that Israel can win this war, then so be it. Imagine the fucking nerve of saying that while you sit in fucking Los Angeles, California. Zero fucking danger. There's nothing that can happen to you. Imagine being like, well, if they have to die, they have to die because we got to take out the evil Iranians. Bro, I live in Lebanon. When Lebanon gets bombed, and people like, aren't you happy that people in the south are retaliating? I'm like, dude, if they want to retaliate, let them retaliate. But who am I to tell my fellow Lebanese people to sacrifice their lives, to put their lives down to fight an invading enemy, to fight the Israelis? Who am I to tell my fellow Lebanese people to die? I feel horrible about it. If they want to fight, let them fight. Ethan Klein, sitting in Los Angeles, like, I'm in Lebanon. We are getting bombed by Israelis. Ethan is in fucking Los Angeles, California, and he has the nerve, and he feels comfortable enough to say, hey, if some Israelis have to die because of this, then let them die. What the fuck? We have 2 of our viewers right now in Israel hiding in shelters because they're afraid, and Ethan's like, hey, whoopsie, we got to take out the Iranians. What the hell?
Pragmatically about what's happening. And Iran is the fucking bad guy.
Dizzle says, Ethan is dumb. Can we get a Maki break? No Maki break, because I don't know where he is, but I'll give you a Nata break. Natuti? Hello, Natutu. Yeah. There we go.
They're evil. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Oh, they're evil. Those are
guy. They're evil. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Talk to him.
Thank you, bro. How you like salami or you prefer pepperoni?
I like, oh yeah, I like salami better than pepperoni. I don't even put pepperoni on pizza.
No, making fun of a guy's name. The guy died. His last name is Saleme, which means peace. And they're making salami jokes with Harley Mornstein, the epic mealtime guy. Nice.
Salami, I actually like to eat it with ketchup sometimes.
Oh, that's foul. I can't get behind that.
Yeah, it's gross. I knew maybe
salami and mayonnaise is good, but I know mayonnaise weirds people out.
Okay, I don't give a fuck about this.
And there,
equal concern for Iranian civilians.
I mean, I'll sample everything. You know, I'll dabble in all types, but Hebrew National comes up often. Definitely.
Yeah, those are good. That's good.
Yeah.
By the way, and obviously equal concern for Iranian civilians. I don't want,
absolutely,
because they're not the enemy.
Absolutely, oh, absolutely. Yeah, you got to just get that disclaimer in, get it in real quick, you know, for the clip.
Any means, these are good people that fucking deserve freedom from their tyrannical, insane government. You know. Mm-hmm. So we mourn all.
Yeah, they deserve freedom from their insane tyrannical government, which is why Israel is going to give them the freedom that they so desperately crave. Yes, Ethan, that's true. No, Maki, stop playing with the mic. Maki.
We mourn them all. You know.
Absolutely.
So we'll stand back and stand by for updates as they come in. That's just Harley. It's totally irrelevant.
Wait, let me podcast it. Let me podcast.
I saw a post on the subreddit that was like,
We're done. Enough, Ethan Klein.